Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for another episode of Off the Grid. Yes, there's a lot to do. Is that any surprise really? Is that any kind of surprise whatsoever? I'm cleaning up this trailer from, hauling manure. The accidental spill. Might as well do the tractor too while I'm at it. I've got two fields that need to be harvested, barley and corn. That really needs to get done before they dry up and go bad on me. I need to get that taken care of. What else do I need? Well, I need to start off by feeding the animals. The animals need to be fed, and I really need to get some bales made today to take down to the farm market. You can see I've been pretty busy ever since everything that went on the other day. So the yard is a bit of a mess at the moment. More than a bit. It's pretty disorganized. But the first thing I need to do is get these animals fed and taken care of. Raster needs straw. The chickens need wheat. And I'm sure they don't need 6,000 liters, but better safe than sorry. Are you guys going to stay out of the way this time? No. Why? Because they're chickens. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like fried chicken as much as the next guy, but really? I can straddle you. I can straddle you. You just don't move. Don't move. Stay right there. No. There we go. Sometimes you have to scare your chickens. Words to live by. Sometimes you have to scare your chickens. Anyway, yes, Raster needs straw. That's what we got to get for Raster. And then I need to jump on these fields in a big bad way. Now, a few things have been going on that I'm going to fill you in on. We will take a trip down to the farm market at some point. And I have sorted out how I'm going to set up those home plots. At least I think I have. I won't be able to tell you about that. I mean, there's a pretty big outcropping up there. You kind of saw when I was... Oh, Harv, you need the straw to give to the horse. There's a pretty big outcropping up there that straw. There's a pretty big outcropping up there. There's a pretty big outcropping up there that follows the road. Well, it doesn't follow the road. It actually cuts back in. And so getting over that outcropping is going to be a bit of a challenge. But I think if I keep running that road up into the hill, it should, in theory, basically give me a couple of home plots that are going to be nicely raised. Nicely raised up so that people will have some higher elevation to build their vacation homes on. It should be a very nice view. There you go, buddy. We need to get you some water, don't we? Yes, we do. I did bring the water trailer back just because the cattle needed water. Raster's going to need some water here. Do I have water in this thing? Oh yeah, I still have some left. Come on, little Ursus. I know we haven't worked with you in a while, but it's not my fault, man. My jobs have gotten bigger. It's not my fault. Hey, the Ursus. The Ursus is the tractor that got it started. Now, I've got to call into my attorney. I said I was going to call my attorney, since I can't get the Nelsons to work with me. And, well, I'm waiting to hear back from him today. I'm very interested to hear what he has to say. I'm taking what might be my final option. I'm not sure that I have any other tricks up my sleeve, if you will. But I definitely have my fingers crossed. This trailer needs to be put away. Now, I've also placed an order with the shop. I'm waiting to hear from them today also. With a little bit of luck, I should get some news from them and have to run over there and pick up a few things. A few more little things for the farm market, although one of them was a little bit expensive, but very familiar. Very familiar. And I planned it that way. I wanted it that way. I told them what I wanted, and they said it was going to take a couple days to get it in because it was a special request. Something they don't normally keep on hand, but they could definitely order it. And they said it should be in sometime today. So that's what I'm hoping for. It's one of the final pieces in the farm market puzzle. And then a couple other little things that I wanted to help with the farm market also, because I need to get firewood down there, and I don't know if you noticed, but my log splitter's gone too. So many things have disappeared. I mean, granted, I was away for 3 years, and that's not terribly surprising that some things go missing, but it's still a little bit frustrating. I worked hard to, I mean, nothing here is terribly fancy, but I did work hard to get it together, so I'm sure you can understand my frustration in the loss, but at the same time, I understand how the world works. The world is not a perfect place. If it were, we would all be terribly, terribly bored. Oh, hang on. I gotta take this. It's my attorney. I've been waiting for this. Hey, Ben. How you doing, man? What's the word on that? So, there's nothing stopping us from starting the process. We'll have to file. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. $25. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, I can do that. I can manage that. No problem. Yeah. It'll be worth it in the long run. I know there's no guarantees, but I think well, I trust that you can get this job done for me. It's important. It's important to my longevity. All right, go for it. Do it. I will get you the cash by the end of the day. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye. So, I'm sure, well, I told you. That was Ben Singleton, my attorney. And he, well, he's going to file some documents for me. But the kicker is, these are not just any kind of minor documents. They're going to take a lot of legal work on his part, plus filing fees and the like, and it's going to cost me $25,000. $25,000. I don't want to say what it is yet, because if it doesn't work out, I don't want anybody to get disappointed. But it's big. I think it's big. I think it's really, really, really big. It's definitely going to be something that raises the bar around here. There's the corn, all done. Woo! Thank goodness for small favors. It's good to have at least one field done. One more to go. Just one more to go. I still haven't heard from that shop over there yet. Hopefully by the end of the day. I've got my fingers crossed anyway, although not too soon. I really actually don't want to hear from them too soon, because I want to be able to focus on my work up here for just a little bit longer. Another hour or two and I should have this knocked out with no problem. Plus, when I go over there, I'm expecting to take a little bit of equipment with me. Oh, well, no, because I want to get the bales done. I want to get bales down there. And then I will need the flatbed to go over to the shop. So I can't tow the bale wagon and the flatbed at the same time. So I'll need to run the bales down, turn around, unload them, come back. Yeah, logistical headaches. I've got so many things going on. The logistical headaches just keep piling up. Or so it seems. Some days are worse than others. Some days are better. Some days are better than others. I shouldn't take the negative on that, should I? I've got good soil under my feet. I've got breath in my lungs. I have a lot to be thankful for. I can get a little bit closer to that wall. There we go. That's a little better. That's not good. Okay, barley time. That's not good. That's not good at all. Come on, old girl. You need to stick with me just a little bit longer. Well, a lot longer. I can't afford to replace you. No, really, I can't afford to replace you. I have enough financial issues already. Oh, no. Well, can you at least get off the road? Ugh. Now what am I gonna do? Think, Harv, think. Barley. We can get that barley. We need the straw. I know what to do. I have a plan. Well, I did stop and check back with that harvester. Just looked under the hood. It's thrown a belt. So I called the shop. They said their delivery's not in yet, so my stuff hasn't shown up yet. But that type of harvester back there is going to take some doing to get a belt, so it's not going to be anything I can get anytime soon. Luckily, I never got rid of this old boy. I'm sure you remember this. Haven't used it in ages, not since we got the big harvester. And, well, it was time to bring it out of retirement because I need to get this barley in. I need the straw. It always did us well before, we just never used it on a field this big. And the real problem I have is there's no way this would empty into the bigger trailer, so it's going to mean a lot more trips over to the silo, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do, and all of that lovely. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. But as you can see, it is harvesting quite nicely, just like we always knew it would. And well, this will give the Ursus a little bit of a workout today too, because it's really the better tractor to haul that thing. At least I think it is. Look at that, clean as a whistle. Very nice indeed. Oh, finally. Ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pleased that I have backup and could get the field done, but ooh, it's been a long time since I've had to do it what I'll call the hard way. I mean, I guess it could be worse. I could be, you know, using a horse-drawn piece of equipment or something. Poor old Raster would be out here. But, well, it's done. And I'll tell you what, you know, the Ursus still has it. Oh yeah, the Ursus still knows what time of day it is. Oh, get it in the trailer, Harv. There you go. Got a good amount of barley off the field. That's something anyway. But man, does this thing unload slow. Although, to be fair, it did its job. It did it well. I can't really complain. And I will take care of this later, because it's getting late in the day. Really late in the day. And I have got work to get done before the sun goes down. I'm still waiting to hear from the shop. Although, to be fair, they're open until 7. So they've still got time. Here's hoping. Here's hoping indeed. Let's see, I should not need to tip anything in after this barley goes in. So I'm going to leave that trailer right there. Yeah, it'll sort itself out. Now, one thing I forgot to mention that I didn't tell you earlier is that I was out early this morning mowing. And I have grass already mowed. Oh, look at that. I've got a little bit of straw left in here. I've got grass mowed and turned into hay already. So all I need to do is bale it. And I've already decided I want a dozen straw and a dozen hay. That should pretty well, I don't think it'll fill up this wagon, but oh, I see what I'm missing here. There we go. There we go. So I guess I'll start with the straw since I've already got some straw in this baler. Like I said, I want a dozen of each. I can't remember. It's been too long, but it seems like that's about what I had down in the farm market before. Here's hoping. Now I just got to keep track. These are going to be very tiny windrows, though. I wasn't harvesting much at a time. Not like the big harvester would have done. There's one. Launching into the matrix, apparently. Two. Well, now we're moving along a little bit better. Okay, that's a dozen straw. Now it's time to go after a dozen hay. And yes, I've obviously got a lot more straw than that, which I will pretty much end up taking to Hugo. The hay should go much, much quicker because I've got bigger windrows over here. Much bigger windrows over here. One. Oh no, that's just another straw. There's a hay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was ugly. Very, very ugly. Wow. And now I'll be picking up straw and hay bales. Well, it didn't take too long to pick them up. I mean, at least these are nice light bales. So I still don't know what happened there, but I'm also not going to complain. They're light, not so bad. And I just want to get close here. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Open that thing up. You guys probably want to see what's going on down here, huh? So, I've got 5 different greenhouses you saw me put in. The first one is tomatoes, and they look to be growing quite nicely. And I did get manure and water in all of these. This one is cauliflower. Oh yeah, that's coming up nicely too. The next one is watermelon. Who doesn't love watermelon on a hot sunny day? And next we have some pumpkins coming in. They should be good to go for fall. They're looking pretty good in there. And last but not least, we have got red cabbages. So people have a nice selection down here now. And then of course the apple trees did just come back into bloom. No problem whatsoever. Just a few little things down here. A few more little things and I will open for business one more time. But for now, I need to stack hay and straw bales. Okay, there we go. I only ended up with 9 hay bales. I'm not entirely sure why, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not like I've got a shortage of hay back there. I wonder if like 3 of them went flying off into the woods or something. I might have to go back and have a look around. Again, not a crisis. I've got a ton of hay yet to bale. I also heard from the shop. Lo and behold, perfect timing. Perfect timing indeed. But that means the logistics kick in and I've got to get back up to the homestead and grab the flatbed, which means I need to unload the flatbed, yada, yada, and yada. Well, one thing that I asked them for were some pallets. Now these they have on hand pretty much whenever I want them, so that's a non-issue really. Do I want to turn them that way? Probably not. They're too wide. They need to be spun. About like so. Come on. There, that's better. I'm sure, well, maybe not. But if you haven't guessed, well, it's easier to show you than tell you, so let me show you. It won't be but another minute. And we'll just strap those on. That looks pretty good. And this was my other order. A little riding mower. Now, this might seem familiar to some of you. Some of you it may not seem so familiar. But this is the exact same riding mower that I used to run in Shellington. Except it's not the one from Shellington. I just knew that this is the one that I wanted because I had so much luck with it in Shellington. So there you go. And we are headed back to the farm market. Why? Because that's what all this is for. I'll tell you about it. Well, so the pallets. Now, if you'll recall back in the day, I used to sell firewood up here at the farm market. And it was actually doing quite well. And I just had some old stakes driven in the ground and I was stacking firewood up as I would cut it, that kind of thing. And that worked okay, but this is going to be a little more neat, a little more organized, and should work out just a little bit better. So, with that said, see, these I can just, and I can have as many of these as I want, but I can just take them where I need them, stack my wood in there, then I can load it and bring it down here. Or I can bring the wood down here, and now I've got a place to stack it. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that. They don't look too bad right there. We'll get some more wood chips down here for mulch. And then this, of course, is the obvious the obvious thing for down here. I told you I really needed something to mow the grass down here, and I made sure to ask them for the mulching version of this, so this should not leave anything behind. So far, so good. Although I gotta tell you, after driving big tractors all the time, this gets a little bit squirrely. Okay, I think that's starting to look pretty good. I think we've almost got everything. Oh, look at that. That helps. Headlights, who'da thunk? Hey, there we go. I think that's it. I think that's it. Now, after our little little fiasco the other day with the skid steer, I can't help but wonder. I have to try. I don't think the issue is getting in or back out. The issue is getting out of the tractor. Oh, no, it kicked me right out of the shed. Hey, look at that. At least one of these sheds will get used for something out of the gate. I think that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Grid. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.